Hi. So it's me again. And today I was actually farming on my DB just so I could get its 6 job started. And after unlocking Janice and Hexa Azura's Anger, I decided that I wanted to see where the actual limits for that character was now that it actually has G skills and stuff. Now granted, it does barely have any 6 job, half of its stuff is still locked, and it doesn't even have Hexa stat, and I wanted to see if it could actually solo H Seren and how high the bar actually is when approaching something like that. So I kind of steeled myself and went into the boss a few times. It did take 3 attempts before I actually took it down, but we actually managed to do it in the end. Now it was a relatively close run, and I did have a really bad dawn phase at the beginning. The first dawn phase that I had was absolutely horrible on the attempt, but apparently locking in and focusing and getting a little lucky definitely goes a long way. I was actually surprised that I managed to clear it on that specific run, and I'm pretty sure I can bring the time down to like 24, 25 minutes with perfect play, but especially in Seren, like considering how fast each play by play goes by and how much, like if pillars drop a lot or if the bombs drop in bad spots, how much it can really change your time, and realistically that's like out of my control. So yeah, we managed to get it in the end, and of course, as the DB starts to unlock more and more of its 6 job, that run is going to get more and more comfy. This is also considering the fact that event buffs are not that high right now. They're just 25% boss, so we're actually looking very up for the DB. Considering that I can already solo H Seren, I don't doubt that the DB will have a Seren emblem soon just by process of getting it in over and over again. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Remember to like, comment, and sub. You guys know the deal.
Open your eyes. You're gone. In Asura's name, the blade in the storm. Judgment is here. You're gone. I won't stop. Judgment is here. You're gone. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Farewell. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Judgment is here. Careful. Here it comes. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Judgment is here. Judgment is here. Pay the price. The blade in the storm. I won't stop. Let's end this. Pay your penance. Farewell. Judgment is here. Let's end this. Open your eyes. Judgment is here. Let's end this. You're gone. Pay the price. Let's end this. Judgment is here. You're gone. Farewell. Judgment is here. You're gone. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Careful. Here it comes. You're going blind. Behold the storm. This blade doesn't stop. You're gone. Judgment is here. You're gone. Open your eyes. You're gone. Let's end this. Farewell. Judgment is here. Let's end this. Behold the storm. Let's end this. You're gone. Judgment is here. Farewell. Pay the price. You're gone. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Judgment is here. You're gone. Pay the price. Judgment is here. The sharpest blade. You're gone. Judgment is here. Farewell. Farewell. Pay the price. Judgment is here. Judgment is here. Farewell. Farewell. Open your eyes. Pay your penance. Judgment is here. You're gone. Behold the storm. Pay your penance. You're gone. I won't stop. Judgment is here. You're gone. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Farewell. You're gone. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Pay your penance. Judgment is here. Let's end this. Behold the storm. Pay the price. Judgment is here. Farewell. Hoit! Behold the storm. Pay your penance. Let's end this. Hoit! Judgment is here. Let's end this. Farewell. The blade in the storm. This blade doesn't stop. Judgment is here. You're gone. Hoit! Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Farewell. Let's end this. Careful. Here it comes. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Hoit! Hoit! You're gone. Judgment is here. Let's end this. Open your eyes. You're gone. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Higher. Judgment is here. Judgment is here. This blade doesn't stop. Judgment is here. You're gone. Higher. Judgment is here. The sharpest blade. Pay the price. Judgment is here. Hoit! Hoit! Higher! Judgment is here. You're gone. Open your eyes. You're gone. For the secret garden. I won't stop. You're gone. Pay your penance. Hoit! The sharpest blade. Hoit! Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Farewell. Pay your penance. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Farewell. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Let's end this. Judgment is here. You're gone. Let's end this. Let's end this. Let's end this. Farewell. Pay the price. Let's end this. Judgment is here. You're gone. Eternal hellfire. The blade in the storm. You're gone. The blade. I won't stop. Judgment is here. Judgment is here. Open your eyes. Let's end this. Farewell. Behold the storm. Careful. Here it comes. You're gone. Judgment is here. You're gone. Pay your penance. Farewell. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Farewell. Judgment is here. You're gone. The blade in the storm. Let's end this. This blade doesn't stop. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Open your eyes. Judgment is here. Pay the price. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Farewell. Let's end this. Behold the storm. Open your eyes. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Judgment is here. Farewell. Behold the storm. The sharpest blade. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Judgment is here. Open your eyes. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Hooah! You're gone for the secret garden. Careful. Here it comes. Judgment is here. You're gone. Pay the price. Yeah. never catch me. Open your eyes. Judgment is here. You're gone. Pay your penance. Farewell. You're gone. Judgment is here. Judgment is here. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Open your eyes. You're gone for the secret garden. I won't stop. Judgment is here. Careful. Here it comes. Behold the storm. Judgment is here. Farewell. You're gone. Pay your penance. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Open your eyes. Behold the storm. Farewell. Pay the price. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Careful. Here it comes. The Blade of Atonement will judge you. The blade in the storm. Farewell. The Blade of Eternity. I won't stop. Let's end this. Hoit! Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Let's end this. Judgment is here. Careful. Here it comes. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Farewell. Judgment is here. Farewell. You're gone. Judgment is here. I now control your eyes. You're gone. Judgment is here. Hoit! You're gone for the secret garden. Judgment is here. Open your eyes. Behold the storm. Pay your penance. I won't stop. Judgment is here. You're gone. Judgment is here. Farewell. Judgment is here. Behold the storm. Judgment is here. Open your eyes. Pay the price. Let's end this. Let's end this. Careful. Here it comes. Farewell. Judgment is here. Open your eyes. Farewell. Pay the price. Hit. Hit higher. Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Judgment is here. For the secret garden. Careful. Here it comes. You're gone. I won't stop. Judgment is here. Hoo! Yeah! Open your eyes. Judgment is here. You're gone. Hoi! Judgment is here. Judgment is here. You're gone. Farewell. You're going blind. Judgment is here. I won't stop. Judgment is here. Pay the price. Farewell. Sharpest blade. Pay the price. Let's end this. Judgment is here. You're gone. Pay the price. You're gone. Open your eyes. Judgment is here. Farewell. Hoi! Hoi! Judgment is here. Pay your penance. Let's end this. Careful. Here it comes. You're gone. Hellfire! For the secret garden! You're gone.